Welcome to Vegas Striving Artists Radio, where we are up now, not next, not later, but right now. Your lunch hour will never be the same. Thank you guys for tuning in. Welcome to Hot 702.5 FM. Today is Wednesday, as you know. Every day is different, as you know. But today will be different because we are alive and we got breath in our bodies, and we're going to keep on pushing this Vegas culture forward. Shouts out to E. Carice on the engineer. On Tuesdays, I rap. Then on Wednesday, she rap, and I engineer for her. I heard Nipsey Hussle say that. I always wanted to say that. But we got pronounce your name for me again?
My first name is Marquise. My artist name is Chavonne.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I was always like wondering, like, okay, is it Marquise Chavonne?
Yep. Artist name is Chavonne. I just use Marquise Chavonne because somebody already has Chavonne on Instagram and stuff. Okay. I don't want my tag to be the same on everything, so I went ahead and threw my first name in.
Cool.
Yep.
So what you been up to, man?
Nothing much. I had a meeting yesterday with a good friend of mine. We're trying to put some things in place, take this music thing a little bit more seriously. I got some upcoming releases. I got a song. What day is it? Wednesday? I got a song coming out tomorrow, midnight, so really Friday. And then I got another song coming out March 6th. And I'm trying to put one to drop in between those two. Just keep the music coming out.
Yeah, so we got somebody tuning in from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Dope. Shout out Charlotte.
Yeah, so
I got family in North Carolina.
Is that right?
My pops is out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the Vegas music scene right now?
I think it's dope. I think the day that people finally get down here and find the Vegas music scene is gonna be super dope. I think there's a lot of talent down here.
Yeah, it definitely is. That's why we got you here.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're talented.
I appreciate that.
It's that time. One thing I always was worried about more than anything was how was I gonna get on, who was gonna discover me, and things like that. And
of course.
One thing I've learned, you just gotta go for it.
Yeah, you just gotta work.
You gotta go for it.
Yeah, you just people like to feel inspired, and people get inspired by work. So when somebody sees you working, they just respect that off the bat, and then they want to check out your music and stuff or whatever it is you do. If you do merchandise or you're a trainer, whatever it is you do, if you somehow inspire somebody, they're gonna want to see what it is that you do, and you inspire by working. That's how I feel about it. That's how I go about it.
No, facts.
Yep.
It's here in Vegas in itself, we definitely laid on support. So that is something that we all just need to work on.
Oh yeah.
Thanks to Hot 702.5 giving us a platform to do what we're doing.
Man,
it's very much needed.
Oh yeah,
definitely a necessity. And a lot of times you can't worry about the finances or when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen. You just got to be prepared for the next time it happens.
Exactly.
Because that's really where it's at. Really, you got to be prepared.
Exactly. And even the finances, you have to there's value in the position that you're at. So like when I'm not making a lot of money off music, but the fact that I'm making any off music, it was different than where I was a year ago. So I focus on the progress more than where I'm at currently.
Got you.
So if my trajectory is going up, I'm cool with that,
And it's crazy because, it's not hard as we think it is to really get out here and support.
Not at all.
It takes phone calls. It takes, the people that you really know is to really get them out there to support because, you got, and I'm pretty sure you can attest to this.
Yeah.
You get 500 likes, 300 likes, 400 likes, but how many people really come and show up to the show?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where the support really comes in to where, these people that's liking on it, come out and support.
Yep.
Show up 100%. For the show. Buy the CD, download it, and that's where we got to get to, too. That's what I want to do. I want to help people build up their fan base. Because if these people say they rock with you, they need to show up for you, bro.
Yeah.
That's how you're going to really, you got to have your fan base.
Yeah, you got to have them at your shows, singing the songs along with you. It looks good.
Right. People really rocking with you. And that's what you got to do. Focus on one person at a time.
Focus on yourself. Yeah, really. You got to make yourself the best that you can be. And one thing I've learned, too, if something's not working, stop. I was doing shows for a long time and people weren't showing up and I had to face that reality. I wanted to do shows, but I was like, this is eating at my pockets. I'm paying for these slots. So what's the next move? If I'm willing to spend $100 on a show, what else am I willing to spend $100 on that can bring something back?
Right.
And that's where like Spotify came in. You start to look into playlisting and doing all these different things, and then you grow your fan base. And then, the local people, when they see you on Instagram posting on your story, and they see 1,000 monthly listeners, or they see a number that makes sense to them,
right,
it validates like, okay, now I can support this person. And I think that's just a reality as an artist you have to face. You can't get caught up on nobody's gonna mess with me until my numbers are right. Just get your numbers right, and figure out how you can do that. I think it's empathy and accountability. You have to take accountability at some point.
You really do.
Yeah.
And even if it's one person at a time,
Exactly,
if today I gained a person, today I gained one.
Exactly.
And
there's value in that.
Yeah, and sad but true, you get more strangers than your regular people.
Exactly.
The people that really know you, went to school with you, this and that.
100%.
And I come to see that sometimes it's just that some people don't support because it's not happening to them.
Yep.
But they're not doing nothing for them to happen to them. You know what I'm saying?
I've been there before. I can attest to that.
It's like, you can see they know that I'm on the radio every Wednesday supporting local artists, this and that. But it's like, I want the whole city to know that this is going on every Wednesday.
Yeah.
That this person is here today, because it could be them on the other side that need support.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's really about, really full head-on support and getting the people to say that if they rock with you, pull up for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I've seen, shouts out to Hitman Beats. I've seen Hitman Beats work with so many artists, and I use him as a example all the time, because if anybody know the music industry in Vegas, you should know Hitman Beats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
100%.
The simple fact of where he's done records with Mozzie, Freeway, all these dope artists, and still ain't made it to that plateau to where he should be.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you fault Vegas for it, or do you fault something that he's not doing right? And I can't say he's not doing his job.
Exactly. Yeah,
it's just the simple fact that people need to catch on to it and say, hey, man, this dude is doing this out here in town.
Exactly. I feel like Vegas is a gold mine. Like, it almost doesn't bother me that people aren't catching on yet, because when they do catch on, it's going to be like, to me, Atlanta, New York, Cali. Like, I 100% think that Vegas can be a spot where people are like, that's a part of the rap game. They don't think of us as a hip-hop town right now, but that can change easily.
Yeah, we can definitely change the narrative.
Yeah.
And I really believe that we can run the music industry for the next 10 years. We got that much talent here.
Yeah, and it comes from the artist. You got to represent your city. Don't be scared to represent and afraid to represent just because you feel like another artist, or just because another artist isn't supporting you, don't not support that artist. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mess with a lot of artists in Vegas that I don't know if they fuck with me or not.
Right.
But their music is in rotation.
Are you one of the ones that want to be the first one to do it? I mean, because that's what's going on in Vegas. Everybody want to be the first artist to break.
Not necessarily, just because I feel like I have my own lane. Even if I'm not first, I feel like nobody's going to do what I plan to do.
Okay.
But I want everybody to do whatever it is that they're going to do. I don't necessarily have to be first, as long as I'm me.
Right.
First, I feel like Dizzy Wright already happened. There's a bunch of people, Neo. There's a bunch of people who have come out of Vegas that have already got to a position.
Right.
But there hasn't been a Chavonne that came out of Vegas. You know what I mean? And I'm cool with that.
I like the way you think.
Yeah.
And you got to think like that. You got to think as an individual. You got to think as you're your own prodigy.
Yeah. 100%.
You got to know that what you're doing, that no one else can do it like you.
Yeah.
And
I don't think I'm better than anybody.
No.
I think everybody can do what I'm doing. Like,
but in this industry, you gotta have a certain type of swagger. You gotta have a certain type of confidence.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you don't have it, it's just like, oh, he rap, but he's dull. Oh, he don't have no personality.
Yeah, no. I had to be taught by my parents how to humble down. As a kid, I was very like chin held high, and my dad had to bring that. Even to this day, like my face is on my T-shirt.
Yeah.
Like. Okay. That's just me. Like there is a confidence. There's a cockiness to it.
Right.
But it's like a humble cocky. Like I put my face on my T-shirt to build a brand, not to say like my face is on a T-shirt.
Yes, sir. It's definitely one thing that I think that can happen for us with the support. We have to find a way to get our names out there by all means necessary.
Yeah.
So
100%.
if that is putting poster boards all over the valley, and at least these people say they've seen you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We have to find a way to catapult ourselves in the next direction, in a sense. You got to think like a CEO. You got to do things as if you are the person on the other side of the tube.
Exactly.
Because I see some people, and I watch their pages, and I just see their content, their photos. It's not cropped right. The mirror is dirty.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's famous for taking the what is that? The corner store pick. If they in the aisle by the drinks or whatever it may be, about a cup of noodles. It's just like certain little things that everybody's doing.
Exactly.
And it's almost like, do you fall into the trend of what everybody's doing, or do you find a way to make the trend better by doing something different that makes you stand out? Because I mean, I don't know how many times I can see these different guys on Instagram with the stacks of money.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, where you getting this money from? Everybody can't be a trapper. You know what I'm saying?
It's money they pulled out before they paid taxes.
Yeah, everybody can't be a trapper, and that's like everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's from the lean, the Percocets, this and that, and it's just like, we can really change the narrative.
100%.
Waking up in Vegas, man, it's a gamble in itself. Just going outside, getting yourself in situations. You don't have to put money in the machine to take a gamble.
Nah.
You know?
And I mean, as far as getting yourself out there, I feel like you have to follow the trend to a degree, but take advantage of it. Say like something like TikTok. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying you got to get on TikTok, get half naked, or do like follow every dance trend that comes out.
Gotcha.
But get on TikTok and find where you fit in there. Cause like I started playing around on TikTok and just like fucking around on it for like 2-3 days, built up like not a following, but like 100 some followers, and I was like, all right, cool. And I stopped because it was like I was just trying to experiment around. But I was like, okay, let me figure out what it is that I can do for 15 seconds.
What is TikTok?
TikTok, it's the new Instagram pretty much. It's just, it's where all the kids are at. They're on. You just put on like whatever the hot song is right now. They put on, do some little whatever dance to it, upload it, and it goes crazy. Like, you know, hundreds of thousands of views, and they just, a bunch of kids are doing it over and over and over again. And the way that you interact, you just kind of scroll down, and the only thing you can do is watch content, and you don't really. There's no really way to control yet. It's still so new. It's just. It's where the kids are at. That's where I want my fan base to be, essentially, because those are the fans that can be 30, 40-year fans and build me in a long run. Like, I want adults, but like there's like a 14-year-old kid in my inbox like, yo, I fuck with this song. I'm like, damn, where you live at?
So you got Spotify? You on Spotify?
Yeah, I'm on everything.
All platforms?
Everything.
And you punch in?
Yeah.
Chavonne?
Yeah. CHAVONNE, Chavonne. Okay. And I'll pop up. Even TikTok. If you go on TikTok and you search up the music that's on there, I got a couple songs on there now because it's an available platform.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to take a small commercial break.
Yes, sir.
Get some music. You got some music, right?
I do.
Cool.
Yeah.
Some music. I'm going to get a small commercial break, pay the bills real quick.
Got you.
All the artists out there doing things in the city.
Yes, sir.
Shouts out to Miles Bunch, Edible Bunch, Plant-Based, everything. You got hundreds of artists here in town. We do. And it's just crazy on how that I find a new artist every day. We're going to get back in a little bit more. We'll be right back, you guys.
Hey, y'all, it's your girl, Cheryl Underwood, and you're tuned into the hottest news station on the planet, Hot 702.5.
And we are back at Hot 702.5 FM. Make sure you guys go to Google Play Store and download it. Got Miles Bunch in the building.
What's going on, fam?
Got Chavonne in the building.
Yes, sir.
Got some great music on the way. Second half, we got the one and only comedian Antone Knight in the building, man. This guy really make you laugh. Man. He's been doing it for a while, too, though.
Yeah. We got some stories for that.
What's up, Miles?
Man, so yeah, Mr. Marquise, man.
Yes, sir.
Main reason I brought you in, bro, is because I be watching you on the Snap. I be on the Instagram.
Yeah.
And I just be seeing how you grind.
Yeah.
You the type of artist I feel like kind of just need that little support to kind of keep you doing what you do.
I appreciate that.
Man, your mom put me on to you a long time ago. I used to drive
you've
limos
been supporting
with
for a
her.
minute. Yep.
Shout
out, moms.
Yeah, for sure. And she let me hear, I guess it was your first album.
Growing Pains?
Yeah. And, like, my thing is I want to be able to put an album in and, like, just put it on. You know, and just let it ride.
Yeah.
So we had just got done, like, helping Dizzy do his thing. So we wasn't really working with nobody at that time. And I heard that album, and I let my cousin hear it, like, dude, Like, listen, you could just put this album on and like really listen to it.
Word, that's dope.
And you was just talking about stuff in Vegas, so you know that kind of really made me relate to it.
100%.
So anyway, I just took notice in you, and I just kind of been following you since then. And like, you still grinding, you still doing.
Oh
your
yeah,
thing.
we out here.
So,
we out here.
Yeah, that's basically why I brought you up here. So you know, my first question for you is like, what's your why? Like, why do you do this?
That makes me feel like I'm really supposed to be here, because I'm literally reading a book right now that's called Start With Why by Simon Sinek, based on a TED Talk that he gave. My why is 100% to inspire. And I think like with everything I do, and that goes down to like music, and I want to eventually branch off and do other things, and it all comes down to inspiring. And I do that by work, and it just so happens that like music is the product of that. But eventually, once I get the means to not have to clock in, the inspiration is going to lean towards something else, like merchandise and giving opportunity to other people. Like everything is to inspire. And once I came to realize that and balanced with that, everything got so much easier.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
23.
Yeah.
Great age. The good thing about you being 23 is that you have a chance to control your 20s.
Yeah.
25, get the clubbing out your system, all that. By the time you hit 30, you're going to, start to mature a little bit more. Yep. You're at the perfect age to really tune yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Polish yourself. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, keep on creating to your image. Mm-hmm. It's a great age. I remember when I was 23, I think I just had my first child. I always had aspirations of doing great things in the music industry, and with Vegas just not having that support system that we needed, it was like, well, I don't even know where to start at. So you're right at the perfect age for this, though.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it's important to look outside the box for the support to bring to Vegas. If we can bring people to Vegas, bring eyes, because if we're looking from the support inside, it's gonna take a real long time. I feel like once we get the support outside in here, then it's really weird. But like I said earlier, that's kind of just the way it works. Once Vegas sees other people messing with it, they'll be like, nah, this is ours, get away. And then you'll see a real strong support from Vegas.
You know what? It's not like that just in Vegas, though. I was watching, you ever watch the Evolution of Rap on Netflix?
Yeah.
So I was just recently watching, I think it was Master P talking about it, and he was talking about how the Magnolia didn't really show him love until he went outside the city.
Yeah.
Once they saw he was popping outside the city, he was like, all of a sudden everybody jumped on. They was 504.
That's always crazy, man.
Exactly.
That's always crazy.
It is crazy that it's like that. Like, why do it take strangers to support before I can get my own people to support me?
I mean, even if you take music out of it, you look at like there's a kid right now that's junior, senior in high school going hard at basketball that we're not going to mess with till he gets drafted, or until he's like right now. Marvin Coleman, he goes to UNLV. He went to my school. He went to Foothill. He's going off. He just hit a big shot for UNLV. And there's a lot of people that if he goes to the league, that's when he'll get a lot of support from people in Vegas. But like us that went to Foothill, we know who he is. But a lot of people have no idea who he is, and he goes to the hometown college.
Yeah, you just told me.
We might need to get him.
Yeah,
up
you
in
feel
here
me?
then, man.
Yeah.
Because we all about Vegas, man. That's what Vegas Striving Artists is. We actually trying to bridge these gaps.
Yeah.
Put people on to our people, because we got talent right here.
That's
talent. All the way around, not just musical. Like, I mean, business wise. I mean, Reese for instance, like starting this radio station. Like, we got talent out here in all areas of the game.
I was happy to say I know her when I seen her doing her thing.
Nah,
when
for real.
Started off,
I'm
like,
about to
I know
brag.
her.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
for real.
Yeah. Nah. 100%.
But now, something I do got, and literally this popped in my head. I was on my way up here. This new culture of rap, like, is really heavy into drugs, and and I know my culture kind of started it. You feel me? And now y'all, it's like we birthed y'all, and it's like, okay, we messed up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel about that? Because I've even seen you post some things about alcohol and things like that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Personally, I smoke weed. I ritualistically smoke weed. Alcohol is the one thing I battle with. I don't want to drink as much as I do, but I do.
Gotcha.
As far as drugs, again, it's like empathy, accountability. Like I feel on a certain degree where it's like I understand it, but then at the same time, you got to grow up at some point and take control. Like you can't be.
Facts.
Once you get a certain influence and you see. Me personally, like if you're popping pills or whatever because you really have something wrong, that's one thing. But once you see you're influencing another kid, like you have to look at that and say, like, am I influencing him to pop pills? Am I influencing him to try to feel like I do so that he feels like he needs to pop pills? Like, you got to be aware of what you got going on as an artist.
It's crazy you say that because I think that's the battle between a lot of these young artists. They're knowing that the big superstars are doing lean and Percocets, and they thinking that, hey, if I do this too, then I'm on the same level and I can make the music that they like.
And I've been there.
Yeah, and it's like that is like the stupidest thing you can think. That's why I was saying you being 23 is the perfect age to mold yourself into the man that you're gonna become. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're gonna have a lot of other things come your way as a young man.
100%.
You know, so it's just to know that, hey, this is not gonna look good on me.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? You gotta have some integrity about yourself.
Yeah, you have to. You gotta
really do, man.
Be aware of what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Now we coming close to the end of the section, but I got a couple quick questions.
Yeah, for sure.
As far as being a local in Vegas, like, are there any artists in Vegas that you hope to work with that you don't really know? Maybe you want to reach out to, or, you know, somebody that kind of inspire you?
Yeah. So Trippy Caliber is one. Me and him been talking. We're trying to get to work. We just got to get our schedules to link up.
What's up.
Jaylani Amir is a dude I've been following for a long time.
Okay.
I tried to work with him, and that was honestly just a case of he was in a certain spot and I wasn't. And that just is what it was. You know, he was like, it wasn't
time.
Well, not even that. It just kind of almost wasn't worth his time to work with me. And now being where I am now, I kind of understand that. And it was a reality check. Like, bro, get your stuff together. Maybe we could work.
Yeah.
Right.
So now I feel like I'm in a position where we can make something happen because I like his sound.
Yeah,
But
it's a cross promotion.
Yeah, that's levels too.
That's one of the artists I'm saying. Like, I don't know if he messes with my music, but I listen to everything he puts out.
Right.
You know.
That's what's up.
Diego Lowe, I would love his melodies out of this world. I'd love to get him on a hook.
Like these artists I ain't even heard of.
Yeah, and that's like they're
thing.
all hard, man. They're in my daily rotation. I got like favorite songs that by these dudes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. But
well,
those
one of your favorite songs that I like is that On That.
Yeah.
When
I like
heard that
too.
shit, I was like,
I like that. That's my homage to my 9-year-old self who decided to start rapping.
I feel you. Yeah, I like that song.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just felt that one when I heard that one.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to a lot of your songs, but that one right there, that's on my playlist.
Yeah,
I
feel that. And
you started doing music when you was 9 years old?
I wrote, like these little corny raps when I was 8 for like this girl. But then like when I was 9 years old, I moved from California to Vegas, and it was like a culture shock. So I found myself in a spot where nobody messed with me. And I just remember being in my room one day when I was 9. I was like, I bet if I was Chris Brown, these bitches would mess with me, huh? And then so I was just like, I'm gonna just turn into Chris Brown, and like had the dance moves and whatever. I started writing little raps or whatever, dancing to them, and then that was kind of like the inception. And since I never grew out of that space, it was just like, I'm gonna just keep doing music because people like when I do music, and people support when I do music.
Yeah, let's hear this music, man.
All right. Well, look, we gonna take y'all to the break. We got new music by prod.Chavonne. You want to introduce this song, brother?
This is called Midnight Therapy. This is one of my my most recent release. It's doing well on Spotify right now, so if y'all want to check it out, it's on wherever you listen to music, including SoundCloud. If you don't pay to stream music, it's for free on SoundCloud to download. It's one of my favorite songs. This gonna be real short. I just gotta let some shit out. You feel me? Yeah. Look. I wrap myself up with my pain, it's like a blanket. I'm laying down on my bed, rapping, staring at my ceiling again. Bloody ink all on my pad as I'm killing my pen, fighting my demons as of late. I've been a victim of sin. I'm stuck in my feelings, full of venom when I'm sipping this gin. Reminiscing back when all I had was bitches and friends. From the beginning, see the mission.